Hey, Carnival Horizon cruisers. Well, I wanted to start this tour in an interesting way. This is kind of like a secret spot. I call it secret. It's not really secret. It's open to anyone, but not many people know about it or go explore toward the front of the ship. But on decks 6, 7, and 10, there are these large balconies. They're shared balconies available to anyone who wants to come out on the front of the ship and get a better view coming into port or something like that. On the interior of these, you see the window right there on the right. That's actually a 4J cabin. It's one of my favorite rooms because they can't charge you as much as an ocean view because it's not a direct ocean view. So you get charged a little bit more than an interior, but you kind of get this shared balcony and you get a view. So, it's a great value room if that's something you want to look into. And I'm just walking around the deck here. I gave you a look at the bridge up above there, and there's some stairs up to deck 7. And this could be kind of a panoramic view here of the ocean. This was the final sea day on my particular cruise, and I neglected to do the ship tour until the final day, but it'll give you an interesting perspective of how crowded some areas get and things like that. So let's continue on with the tour as we head back inside. Okay, so we're going to start on the Serenity deck, deck 15. This is a deck reserved only for adults 21 and over, and we're going to quickly walk through here, but you can see there's a lot of loungers and clamshells and places to relax, sun loungers. There is a jacuzzi just up here on my right that was very popular this particular cruise that I was on. The bar is up here on my left. You see a lot more clamshells out in front of me at the front of the ship, but here's an extensive bar. They have a wide variety of different drinks here, particular to the Serenity deck, so there might be something you want to check out. There is a second 2 of 2 jacuzzi there on my right, and I'm going to continue to walk now toward midship. And once we get through the other side of the Serenity deck, we are going to come up on the waterworks area. The slide area, the entrance to the slide, can be found on deck 15 as well. As a matter of fact, why don't we just go take a look and at the stairs up here, and you can see how tall you have to be able to ride the slides. So there are 2 slides, and one, as you see, requires you to be 48 inches tall there. Went down both of those slides. They were a lot of fun. So let's go down now all the way down to deck 12. That's the spa deck, and we are going to zoom all the way through here to past the spa entrance. And just up here on our right is the fitness center. So we're going to take a right into the fitness center here. And on your right, as you walk in, there's a variety of small towels there to wipe away the sweat from the intense workout that you're about to get. You see a lot of Nautilus type equipment there, some free weights, a lot of dumbbells, a few benches there. There's a ton of cardio machines. You see the extensive number of treadmills that they have there. They also have some elliptical machines over here on the right, a couple recumbent bikes, in addition to, like I say, all the elliptical machines that they have there. So let's spin on back out of here and leave this fitness center, and we're going to go ahead and zoom past the spa entrance. Now, one thing I didn't show you is the thermal suite that's on my right. In another video, I have that if you would like to check my video library, but that is an added cost, so I didn't include that in the tour. We're going to go past the lower level entrance to the waterworks here, and this entrance would get you to those smaller water slides for the little kiddos. Now we're overlooking the Lido deck. There's deck 10 down there. We are still on deck 12. Another look at the waterworks, and we're going to go ahead and head toward the sport track area. They have a nice sized jogging track. It's 7 laps around, will equal a mile. Just above me there, though, you see the tracks for the Sky Ride, and you'll be able to see an image of one of those. It's like a floating bicycle, up above there. And once we get over here to this next opening, you're going to see some miniature golf, some ping pong, You see the ropes course there that a number of people were enjoying on this particular sea day. And yeah, you're all hooked up. There's really little to no danger because you're all braced in. So even if you were to slip and fall off a rope, the harnesses would catch you and you wouldn't fall all the way down. All right, you see the giant funnel there, and we're gonna zip around this track until we get to the basketball courts, and you see a number of kiddos enjoying some games of basketball, and they play other sports there too. There's also some outdoor fitness equipment there on my left, and as we continue on around, we see the back of the ship there, the wake disappearing in the distance. Just below us is deck 11. And then further down, you see the pool there. That is deck 10, the Lido deck at the back of the ship. So we're gonna speed this up since we already saw this just from the other side. And we're gonna get back on over here to the other side of the ropes course because I wanted to show you off in the distance there, there's one of those sky rides that I just mentioned. The lines for those can get rather long. So you might want to get up there, or if you see the line is short, take advantage of it. All right, so we're going to go to the front of the waterworks entrance here and go down to deck 11. Now, there's not a whole lot going on deck 11. This is a smoking area that I'm walking through, so if you're a smoker, this might be an area for you. But I am going to take you into the Camp Ocean, which for those of you with kids, you may be very interested in hearing from a crew member about what benefits Camp Ocean has. And I'm gonna turn around and let her take over doing the talking right now.
Hi.
I had a question, obviously ages 2 to 5, ages 6 to 8, ages 9 to 11. So kids can get dropped off, or what's the charge for that?
We're complimentary up until 10 p.m. After 10 p.m. is night owls. That's the only time that there's a charge. From 10 to 1 there's a charge, just under $9 per hour.
Oh, okay.
In the small kids camp. The clubs for the older kids, they are complimentary up to 1 a.m. And then when there's parties, we have a flat rate of $20 for the 3 hours.
Oh, great. Beautiful. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'm sure that's very interesting information for those of you that have kids, so you can get some free time of your own and maybe have some adult time. But anyway, we're going to continue going toward the back of deck 11, and I'm going to take you into Gigi's Restaurant and Cucina del Capitano. They are two of the specialty restaurants on board. It's $24 for an adult and $11 for a child. And they were nice enough to let me look around here. Yep.
Our food is very delightful.
You know, be appearing on Coach Cruise very soon. That's the name of the channel. So.
Please, guys, come and visit us in Carnival Horizon.
There you
Gigi
go.
Asian Kitchen, where you can enjoy your Asian cuisine. Our food are really authentic.
And free for lunch.
Free for lunch, yes. We have a complimentary lunch from 12 to 2:30, including also on the other side.
Right.
It's a Cucina del Capitano. We want to promote that one as well. And the first night, we have a free bottle of wine.
Ooh.
So you can enjoy your dinner with a free bottle of wine, especially if you have any occasions that you're celebrating on your cruise.
Even better.
So
Thank
you can check it out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so let's cross the way. Just across the hall is Cucina del Capitano. That is the Italian restaurant. Ate at both of these restaurants and really had a great meal at each one. Now, Cucina is an Italian restaurant, so I had a really good pasta dish. The bread here is to die for. A lot of great appetizers, as you might expect in the Italian restaurant. But we're gonna go back out here and we will exit out deck 11, say hi to some friends before we go, and we're gonna spin back around and go down to deck 10, the Lido deck. Now, as we get to the back of the ship here, this is the Tides pool area, and that's one of the 2 whirlpools, one on each side of the Tides pool. And there is a Tides pool bar directly facing the pool there, which you'll see in just a second once we get around this second hot tub. There is the bar directly in front of us on our right. nice big bar, and you know, it's a nice place to go and grab a drink and head to the pool. And then right here on our left is the Pizzeria del Capitano. That can be very busy. And new for 2025, the pizzeria closes at midnight. They have a midnight buffet instead. That's a very controversial topic for many, but that's new in 2025, end of 2024. Seafood Shack here on my left. This is a la carte, and all of the items that you purchase here are added price, you know, peel and eat shrimp, lobster rolls, things like that, bowl of clam soup, fried fish, things like that. But yeah, they have some very good selections there, and I enjoyed some peel and eat shrimp while I was on my particular cruise, and I would highly recommend that. All right, so now we are eating the Lido Marketplace buffet. The buffet is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, the food choices change from day to day. Now, you see they had the carved meats here. They were just getting ready to open the buffet as I was coming through doing the tour. Now, the deli, which I highly recommend, even though I didn't go this time, has some wonderful sandwiches, both hot and cold, as you see there. That is also at the back of the ship on the Lido deck. You see a couple gentlemen there ordering themselves a tasty sandwich. Here is just a couple of the items that they were setting out to get ready for the lunch buffet that was about to start. And I'll show you a few other items here in just a second. Over here on my right is one of the sweet spot locations. They have different locations on the ship where they put out a lot of varieties of pies and cakes and things like that for you to eat. Now there's a salad bar. I went real fast through that, as you might have noticed, but they do have a salad bar there. We're going to go ahead and zoom toward midship now. And at the midship area, there is another big selection of buffet food. You can see they had more food out here ready to go and people just getting started. There's also a gelato station right there on the left there. They have fresh gelato, and those change daily, you know, the flavors that you can get there. Beverage station, and I had to stop by the ice cream station there to give you a quick look. Now we're at the Lido deck, midship, and there is Blue Iguana Cantina, and you can get burritos here, tacos. They even have breakfast burritos in the morning and huevos rancheros, and they have a nice topping bar directly in front of us here. A wide variety of salsas, tomato, lettuce, onion, cheese, you know, to put on your tacos or whatever, burrito, whatever it is you chose to get. You may have chose to get both of them, but you have to go on two separate lines if you want both, just so you know. Now there is the main pool there on the Lido deck midship, and just to our right is arguably Carnival's most popular free item, and that is Guy's Cheeseburgers. Although I would lean to the tacos, but I'm in the minority there. I think the cheeseburgers went out. Guy Fieri's cheeseburger. And they have a nice toppings bar here as well. You get a view of some of the items you can choose from here. Look at all those fresh veggies you can throw on your burger, and a number of condiments there to go with it. Now as we continue, you know, on the Lido deck here, we're going to come up on the Red Frog Bar. That is on my right. That was one of the stops on the Coach Cruise Bar Crawl. And they have a number of rums, but they have pretty much all the liquors too. But the rum drinks are their more popular item to order there. And just across the way is the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. And you don't have to make a guess on that one. Tequila is the featured liqueur on this side. That was my buddy Yo-Yo waving at me there. And now that pretty much finishes the open decks, you know, from decks 10 and up. So we're going to go inside now of deck 10, and I'm going to come to the map here because I'm going to point to you that we're going to go down to deck 6. And down at deck 6 will be the next thing I show you here. That is the Warehouse Arcade and Circle C. Now, Circle C is a kids camp. That's for the older kids, as the lady mentioned earlier, ages 12 to 14. There's also a Club 02 that goes from ages 15 to 17. And then obviously at 18, you're an adult, so there's no camp for you, I'm sorry. So I'm going to take you into the arcade and give you a quick spin around here for those of you that enjoy arcade games. And for you younger people, you might like them a lot. So we'll take you in here and give you a quick look, and you can see if there's any games in here that strike your fancy. But as you see, there's some older kiddos in there as well enjoying some games, so it's certainly not just restricted to the kiddos. And we're gonna do a little loop around here, see some air hockey there, and this is going through on the other side. There are some pretty wild looking games. I didn't stop to play any of them because obviously I was doing this ship tour and I wanted to get to it. And for my young friends here that I just passed, they wanted to be on the YouTube channel, so I'm gonna spin back around here and let them wave goodbye to you all. And there they are. They were all excited about being on the channel, so there you go. And now, right in front of us, still on deck 6, is the IMAX movie theater. And I tell you, Gladiator 2 and Wicked were playing this week. You know, we got off in December, the beginning of December there, so that movie would pretty much just come out. Okay, so now we'll head down to deck 5, the promenade deck. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go take a look at the top of the theater, the Liquid Lounge. And that's where obviously they have all their playlist productions and other performances, bingo, things like that. They hold a wide variety of shows and activities in this particular theater here. But I'm gonna take you outside because this is an area that not a lot of people venture out to. You'll often find a lot of open seating out here on the promenade deck, outside deck 5, but outside of places like the Cherry on Top that you see right in front of you, you know, the steakhouse, Guy's Pig and Anchor that will come to, and you'll see your Sea Day barbecue. That's free on Sea Days. They have Sea Day barbecue, and we're gonna come up on that menu here in just a second. Well, maybe a couple seconds, but yeah, here we're coming up upon Guy's Pig and Anchor. You see all that outdoor seating to eat. You could bring your food out there and enjoy a nice sunny day. You see it was partly sunny today, still pretty nice day overall. And here's the free Sea Day barbecue, and I'm gonna show you a list of the items that are available to you here right now. Let's zoom in on that picture if we can. There we go. So you got pork butt, chicken, mac and cheese, greens, you know, all kinds of different barbecue items. You see some of them there, and we're going to go ahead and continue on down to the end of deck 5 and come into Ocean Plaza. So we are now towards the back of the ship. I'm going to take you into Ocean Plaza here, see a variety of seating. Now, in this area, they were doing a lot of karaoke this week, but they do a lot of trivia. And they have the band perform back here on that little stage there in the evenings a lot of times. So we're going to go on and continue to the back of the ship to the Havana Bar. And the Havana Bar, some people don't know this, but they play a lot of Latin music, live Latin music in the evenings. So people like to dance salsa and that type of stuff. You can go back there and enjoy yourselves. They also had some beer pong back here one day we tried to get in on, but they only took a certain number of teams and our name wasn't drawn, so we didn't get to play any beer pong. But you see it's very colorful and vibrant back here, and there's the stage for the live music. Now the Havana area on the outside, that is restricted to the people that are Havana guests, and those rooms typically cost a good chunk of money more. But this back area here with this pool and 2 hot tubs, it is a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. If you got a little bit of extra money, you will love this Havana area. The Havana area on the Vista class ships, not the XL class. I wouldn't recommend those for the extra price, but on the Vista class ships, I highly recommend this area right here. I've stayed back here multiple times, and I'll tell you what, I didn't stay here this time, but I was jonesing for it. So we're gonna go back out the Savannah area, and you got your own bar outside there, but the bar on the inside is free to everybody. Now this is the Ocean Club, or the Ocean Plaza bar that we looked at there. And then on the left here is the Java Blue Cafe. You'll find that to be very busy. Now that Ocean Plaza bar, they also have coffee in the mornings, and you'll see like almost no line there, and they pretty much serve the same coffee. So there's a little tip for you to take advantage of the shorter lines in the Ocean Plaza. Now here's the Pig and Anchor on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and take you in past the inside bar here, and you see the brewery there on the right, all those big stills and they do brew their own beer. So they have beer brewing almost all the time. But you see, it's a pretty extensive seating, and they do have live music. You saw that stage there in the corner, and they have some sporting events on. I'm going to go ahead and take a left here and show you these big stills of beer. And they do offer brewery tours as well. So if you're somebody that's really into beer, you know, you can come back and learn about all the different beers that they brew on board, and you can try them right here at Flavortown, Guy's Pig and Anchor. All right, so we're going to leave out of Guy's Pig and Anchor here and hang a left and zip on past all this crowd. You have a Pixel studio, so if you ever get your picture taken on the left, you can come there and look at those iPads there to find your pictures if you want to order any. But we're going to keep on going. On our left here is one of my favorite places. That is the Alchemy Bar. Most evenings you'll find me there at some point tonight. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. Here they were going to have a martini class, and then Bonsai Sushi on our right. So you sushi fans, and they have other Asian cuisine at Bonsai Sushi as well. But that is at an extra cost. It is not free, the Bonsai Sushi, just so you know. Now this is Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. Ate here on the first night. If you'd like an excellent meal, it is $48 per person, so be prepared to pay extra for that, but I think it's well worth that price. You get an amazing meal. So yeah, there's one of those LCD columns, one of the two that you have, the main one of course being in the atrium lobby. Now here is Bonsai Teppanyaki. You see about 11 people seated there at those tables. They will chop up your food for you right in front of you. You can get steak or lobster, a combination of both, chicken, whatever you might like, shrimp, and it's really good. The piano bar we just walked in and out of real quickly. You know, if you have a good piano bar person, that area can be a lot of fun. Now we're going into the library. Not much to talk about here. It's a library, so if you want to go in and read or get some work done or whatever, or play a board game or something, that might be a place for you to go. All right, so as we exit the library, we are going to go towards the atrium lobby midship now, and you see that LCD column, the big one that I was talking about there. You know, just beautiful images all day long. Effie, one of the jewelry shops on board. So if you want to spend some extra money on jewelry, they'll have some good deals, and they'll have some really expensive stuff in there too. They sell watches, they sell Rolexes here, and other jewelry. So, you know, if you're in the market for jewelry, you might find something on the ship that you really like. And then, you know, other shops have perfumes and colognes and purses and on and on and on. And then, you know, there's still more shops with the souvenir type things and beach attire and beach wear and even beach sandals for sale, and you know, things like a snorkeling mask, whatever you might need on your cruise vacation. You see a nice picture of the sky there and the LCD screen. And here, let's go into the candy shop. That's one of the great things about this tour and doing it while the ship is active, is you get to see how busy some areas are, and I actually take you into the shops to see, you know, everything that they might have to offer. Now, the Carnival Horizon offers ice cream also. Like, so those ice cream shops that blend a bunch of different ingredients into your ice cream and smash it all up for you, they do that here too at Carnival Horizon. I think it's only like $3.50 a serving, so it's not too pricey, but it is an extra cost. There's some cologne and lotions and things like that, perfumes available in this shop. And then over here, a wide variety of offerings, souvenirs, things you might need during your cruise. And the LCD column, it used to be that didn't change that often. I noticed the LCD column changing quite a bit. But as I mentioned, here you see some sunglasses, you see some tropical shirts on your right there, some beach bags, some drinkware, all kinds of different things that you might want or need depending upon what you left at home or lost while you were on your cruise or at the beach. And there's some beach hats and things like that, and they had some souvenir t-shirts and such as well. All right, so we are going to go down to deck 4 now. We're coming close to the end of this tour. We still got a little ways to go though, and this is the main level of the theater. I'm gonna walk down here. They were getting ready to do a rehearsal, the playlist cast, so I don't want to bother them too much, but you get a decent view there, and there's the bar on the main level there. And we'll have a lot of events there, as I mentioned earlier. The Diamond and Platinum Party was in there also, and we had done that earlier in the day. There is another shop there, toys and souvenirs and such. And once again, looking over that atrium lobby with that beautiful LCD column. Big family there planning out their day. And here we have the Portside Liquor Shop, your duty-free liquors. So if you want to try to get a deal on some liquors, you can go in there and see if they have your favorite one on sale. So that is an option for you. Here we have the Invicta Watch Shop, and I see a lot of people going in there checking out the watches and purchasing them. So here we're going into the casino, and I walked through here pretty quickly, but they offer table games. You'll see on your right here, and then there's more tables even behind those two that you saw. You know, they have roulette, they have craps, they have blackjack, they have Fun 21, they have 3-card poker, they have a whole cast of different games there, and obviously you see the hundreds of slot machines. So chances are you will be able to find a machine that you like. Hopefully you like it because it's giving you money, but maybe you just like it because you've played it before and had success. Now this is the Skybox Sport Bar, just a bit down from the casino. So here's where you're gonna come if you're trying to catch that big game on TV, on whatever particular cruise you're on. This is your best chance to catch it, is right there. All right, now we're gonna go down here, and the biggest thing at the end of the hall here is the Limelight Lounge. Now that is where the club is at late nights, but mainly the comedy. This is where most of your comedy shows. I showed you a little bit of the inside of it here. Here's the host getting ready to invite the comedian on. They don't want to film the comedians in there, you know, for obvious reasons. But they had an event going on in there, so I couldn't get in there, so I wanted to give you a little taste of it. But yeah, a lot of comedy will be in there, and then your club at night. So I'm going to take you in now to the Meridian Restaurant. This is on deck 4. So this is the upper level of the Meridian Restaurant. This is their largest dining area. Now the Reflections Restaurant is similar to this, but it's midship, and obviously you're not going to get an aft view since this one is in the aft view, but you do get a side view in the Reflections Restaurant. But similar decor, they're both very nice restaurants. And I'll take you down to deck 3 in the Meridian Restaurant here, so you can get a quick peek of the pretty chandeliers and stuff that they have. But they'll have your sea day brunch here, and a lot of the your time dining is in this particular restaurant as well. Reflections is more of the assigned dining, but you know, it could be different depending upon the cruise that you go on. Okay, we have to go up to deck 4 now. And the reason we have to do that is we have to cross through. You can't cross through deck 3, so you have to go up to either deck 4 or 5 to continue to walk all the way across. So we're zooming on past Skybox Sports Bar that I already showed you, and getting a view from the casino from the other end. So I slowed it down here for all of you casino players to get a better look at some of the slot machines and such that they have to offer you. And we'll go ahead and continue on through the casino here and get back to the atrium lobby and down to deck 3. And I think we're going to have a guest on here in just a second once we get around this corner. Yeah.
I just subscribed.
Oh, thank you. You're on video now because I'm doing a ship tour. Yeah.
I'm the YouTuber too, then.
Oh, okay. Very nice. All right. Well, thanks. Appreciate it. And I sincerely do appreciate it. I would appreciate so much if you hit that subscribe button as well, or the like button if you're already subscribed. Get a final look at this LCD column as we're coming to the end of this tour. I hope you've enjoyed it and it was worthwhile watching all the way to the end. We're going to come up on the Carnival Shoreside Excursions desk here, Carnival Adventures. This is where you'd go to book any excursions if you don't do that prior to getting on the ship. There's a little business area, and we're going to finish at guest services, where if you have any problems, that's usually where you're going to go to try to get them sorted out. And they're usually pretty good at helping. So that's it, everybody.
Coach Cruz, like, subscribe, share. You know what to do.
I just can't get away from a good time.